I'm sharing my screen. Let me wait 1 minute. Everyone able to see my screen? Yes, right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, thank you. So yesterday what we discussed, right? Anyone can explain? So what is the PT life cycle, Sadiq?
PT life cycle, first is the POC,
Okay,
and second is, sorry, I need to revise it.
sorry.
I need to revise it, sorry.
Okay, okay. Anusha?
Non-functional requirements,
Yeah. Vimala?
CBT, peak
Okay,
hours, off peak hours,
okay,
test plan,
okay. And
and enhancements.
so what are the POs we have, right? POC, non-functional requirement, test plan, test data, workload model, script recording enhancements, and design scenario and execution, result analysis, reporting and recommendation, right? This is the test plan, right? So yesterday, which purpose we can use for the start transaction and transaction? Anyone can answer? Which purpose we can use for the start and end transaction? Hmm? Hello? Which purpose we can use for the start and end transaction? Anyone can answer?
The response times.
So we want to measure the particular transaction response time we are giving for the last start transaction and transaction. Okay, good. And what is the parameterization? Yesterday we discussed, right?
Parameterization means finding out the dynamic value and passing with the help of variable.
Yes. So like it's a parameterization, nothing but we want the what are the values you are entering through keyboard. Those values should do the parameterization or static input to the server. Means we are giving for the static input to the server. So like what are the values we are entered to keyboard, those values should do the parameterization. So you can come here and you can observe we are entered username and password. You can observe. So you can observe this script submit form is there, but we need a submit data, that right? Maybe this script we are developed from the different recording options, so we can change that into our recording options. In the recording options, and we can go to the HTML mode and a script to contain web URL and web submit data. That is fine. And click on OK, and we can just regenerate this script. Regenerate nothing but what are the, if you did any changes, your script will be again need means we need to do for, but once you did for the any scripting enhancement, right, everything will be gone. So that is why if you done for the many scripting enhancements, don't do for the regenerating.
Kiran, can you please repeat that regenerating drawbacks?
Yeah, actually for script last time you can observe web submit form will be there. Yes, right? Because why means actually we have the recording options. We can go to the HTML advanced. We are able to see web link, web submit, web. You can select this, then it is generated for the web submit form. But we need to, I told right, when you are recording the script means we need generate web URL and web submit data. So you want to generate a regenerate script again means, so it will be what are the changes you did, that changes will applicable, and it is a script will be changed like this. See web submit data scale. Got it?
Okay.
So
I need to link yesterday because I was absent.
okay, no problem. I think we'll give for the transactions also. You guys will be know, right? We can select for the which surroundings we need to give for the transaction name. Click on surround with transaction and give it as a transaction name launch URL and click on OK. See, it is start transaction and transaction escape. And now we are in parameterization. One of the scripting enhancements, parameterization. What is the parameterization? Is nothing but static input to the server, or what are the values you are entering through keyboard, those values we should do the parameterization. So this recording is going right. Yeah, okay. So then now we need to identify the like username password you are entering or you are selecting. We are enter, right? So username
Entering.
password we are entering through keyboard. So means we need to do for the parameterization username password. And after that come down and you can observe this is the click on flights. In this we don't have anything will be there. Nothing values will be there. And after that we are doing for the find flight. You can observe here we have the many values will be there. Departure city. You are selecting or you are entering? Hello?
Selecting.
Selecting means we will not do for the parameterization. Okay, departure date you are entering or you are selecting? We are entering. So you need to do for the parameterization departure date. Arrive also we are selecting, and departure date we are entering, and number of passengers we are entering. Seat preference, seat type, and this all we are selecting. Which seat we type, like is a windows or some business coach or what is we want to, we can select means we can use for we are selecting. And after that come to down, and still this is also select flight, we are selecting the flight. You can observe outbound flight value. So this is the nothing but we are selecting for the flight. So after selecting for the some Denver to Los Angeles, so some flights will be displayed, right? We are selected that flight, this is the that flight number. So means this is also we are selecting, we are not entering from the through keyboard. And after that come to payment details. Now we can observe here first name, last name, address 1, address 2, passenger 1, credit card, expiry date. So this all details you are entering through keyboard. So means this all also we can do for the parameterization. So now everyone is clear what are the values we need to do for the parameterization? Means what are the values you are entering, those values we should do the parameterization. Now what we need to do means we can select for the which value we want to do parameterization. You can select that and click on right button and replace with parameter and create new parameter and give it as a name. So which value you are doing username is equal Jojo means which value you are doing username you are doing. So what value you are doing you need to give for the same name, like we are doing username you can give for the username and param you can give. Why means we are doing for the parameterization. Someone will be see also okay he did for the username parameterization, easy to understand. And same to the you can observe here in parameter types we have different type of parameter types. So what are the types means nothing but file and group and time and date and time and iteration number, unique number and random number. We have different type will be there. Majorly we can use for these two is the important things like file and date and time. So when we can select for a file, when we can select the date and time is if it is we are doing for the any date and time parameterization like date like today date or which date we are selecting, right? That date and time is you need to select for the date and time. Maybe you are doing for the any text, any numeric, that kind of things you can do for the file type. It's clear now. It is a Jojo is a text or date and time.
It's a name.
text, right? So we need to select for the file type and click on properties, and here we need to click on create table and click on OK, and after that by name you can click for the by name. We need to give for the what is the our username param. So you can observe, if anyone asks what is the parameterization file extension dot dat dot, what is the parameterization extension file, dat dot file. So now we need to select for the username param. Here which value you are doing, you can select this and click on close this. So if you want to add data, if you want to add data means we can give it as a jojo 1 and jojo 2 and jojo 3. Okay, and if you want to give for more jojo 4 means how much data we want, we need to give for that data, because as a parameterization nothing but we want to execute with 100 user means we need for the 100 username password. So that is why that data we need to keep in from the script only, right? So that is why we are doing for the parameterization. And you can save this, and you can observe what are the data you are enter, all data come here. And by name we can select for the by name is a username and close this and click on OK. And for now, as of now, no only. So now you can observe username is equal to username param. Already parameterization is completed. So like this we can do for the each and every one value for parameterization. Now we can do for the next value what, bean, and you can select this and replace with the parameter and create new parameter, and you need to give for the name of this parameter name, nothing but which value we are doing, which value we are doing,
It's
Name.
password.
password, right? You need to give for the password and param, and click on this is the file type or date and time, file or date
Data
and
type.
time,
Data type.
File.
file. So we need to select a file and click on properties, and after that click on create table and click on OK, and after that click on edit with notepad, and you can give for the test data like bean 1 and bean 2, bean 3 and bean 4. So just save this, and by name you can select for, you can observe what is the parameterization extension file dot dat dot. Now we can select for the, we can select password for and click on close and click on OK, and always no. See now username and password also completed. Next to what we need to do, we can do for the search for the if any other values we can do for the parameterization. Now you can observe departure is the we are selecting, so we not do for the parameterization. Departure date will be there, so departure date will be there means what we need to do, we need to do for the parameterization. So how we did, same way you can select for that value, what is that value, you can select up to that and click on right button, and you can replace with parameter, create new parameter. Here we need to give for the, like we need to give for the departure date, we are doing for the which value, you need to give for the same name, depart date and param. Okay, and now you can observe this is the format, is a text or is a date and time, what is that
Date.
parameter
Date
type,
and time.
date and time, right? So we need to select for the parameter type will be date and time, you can select and click on properties. Now we can observe date and time, we are able to see for the different formats. See date and time, this all will be, what are this means, this all will be formats. You can observe if I click this, it is changing for the formats. So you can click this, you can click this with the date time means if you want for the time also it will come. So means for example now here what is the your format, 12 is a month means m, and
MMDD.
09, what is that 09 means day,
DD.
date. So because this is a we done for the 09, okay, that is the date, and 2022 means m MDY. So we need to select for the same format. So actually we have here will be different format. I want to select this means it's not correct because application side what is the format you are getting, same format we need to do here. So you can observe here if you are seeing anywhere MDY. See, this is the MDY. Can click on this. See, now you can observe 12, 15, 22 is came. But here what will be there? 20, 22 will be there. So we have to edit also possible here. You can give for the capital Y, then it is coming from the 2022. Now you can observe. Now same format is came or not. You can observe month, date, year. So means which format we want, we need to select that format. Maybe it is edit also is possible, so we can delete. Maybe you want format dm dmy you want, means you can give for the percentage d and slash and percentage m and again slash and percentage y. Now you can observe. So date, month, year it is coming. Means maybe if you want which format you want, we need to edit also is possible here. So depends on the your requirement, you can select anything is fine. But our requirement will be this is our requirement right now. Month, date, year, and we want to for the 2022 means you can give for the capital Y. Now this is our requirement. Means date and time when you are doing how application side you are getting, you need to give for the same way. So now you can observe. Now it is the format is good, right? Then you can close this. Now so close this and click on OK and click on no. So date and time parameterization also completed. Now again you want to do for the return date also we can do, right? You can select this and again replace with parameter and create new parameter and give it as a name return date param. Return date param. And this is the which type? Date and time. You can select date and time and click on properties. And after that we need to select this is the format. This is also month, date, year, right? You can select that is the month, date, year format. You can select. So you can observe month, date, year. This is our format. Then click on close and click on OK and no. So now we are did for the departure and arrival. And number of passengers will be there, right? We are entering or we are selecting number of passengers. So we can do for that is also we can do parameterization and same to the come down and you can observe here. Here also we don't have anything values. Then come to the here and here we can see this first name, last name, address 1, address 2, passenger 1, credit card. So these all things we can do for the parameterization. How we did same way you can do. So now just we'll execute and we'll see the how the values is picking and we'll see that. First will be we'll execute with the. So when you are executing replaying the script, right, you can go to the runtime settings. You can please remember. So go to the runtime settings. Here we need to in run logic will give for the this is the number of users. Just here we are our testing point of only we are giving for the how many times we want to execute. I am giving only one in run logic and logs. I told right logs we are able to see the standard and extend logs. So when you are replaying the script it will be there extend logs and parameter substitution for every time. You can save this, then you can replay this button replay. Now we are able to see which value is picking for the like we added username password and departure date and arrive date we did, right? So it is a properly done or not we can see. And see your test is done. See, once is completed, you are able to see here. First will be, you can observe here. How many times you are executed? Only one time. You can observe here only one time. This is the response time of each and every transaction response time. These are the response times. Now we need to see the what are the changes we did in scripting enhancements we did parameterization, right? That will we can see means the output window only we can see. So you can click on this output window. We are able to see the output window. You can come to the control home and you can observe here starting user 1 and transaction launch started, and after that you can observe transaction launch ended with the past status. This is the duration is took, and you can go to the login and you can observe this is the login started, and you can observe we are did for the parameterization substitution parameter username is equal to Jojo. Means what is the parameter name you are given in that value place, it is coming from the Jojo, and password param is Bean. And after that you can observe again where click on flight is started and click on flight is ended here. Again find flight started. You can observe departure date param 12/15/2022. So today date is came. Previous what date will be there? Some 10 or 09 is there, right? But when you are did for the parameterization date and time, the current date is picked. So means if you did for if you not done for the parameterization date and time, what will happen? Future date we can sorry past date we can book the ticket possible?
No.
No, right? So means if you not done for the parameterization, your script will fail or pass, because that is the past date will be there. So if it is past date, you can book the ticket. No, right? So that is why date and time parameterization also you should must do for the parameterization. Date and time parameterization. Now you can observe current date is picked for the date, and this one return date also is picked current date. So when you are did for the parameterization date and time, it will pick for the current date. Now calm down. So it's ended find flight and select flight and payment details and everything is done. So this is the way we are executed the script. So now we'll observe we can execute with the number of iterations, like number of users we can execute with the 4 times. Okay, and save it, and this is the reply button, just reply. Now what will happen? Your script will be executed with the 5 times. You can observe 5 times logging, 5 times everything is executed 5 times, 4 times we are given. Oh, sorry. So now you can observe we are able to see the each and every transaction how many times iteration is completed. You are able to see launch is 4, login is this, and click on flight. Everything will be 4 times will be executed. This is the average response time of the 4 users. So 277 milliseconds. So now come to the again in the output window, come to the starting line, and this is the starting iteration 1 means first user, and see launch is started first user, and after that launch is ended, and you can observe login is started, visual is picked Jojo means you can go to the parameters and we can observe username you can go, it's first value is picked here, and password you can go, and here also first value picked for first user. So next time second iteration time what will happen? Jojo 1 will pick and password will be bean 1 is picked. Now we'll observe in the output window how it is picked for the second iteration. Come to here and up to this. See, now we can observe ending iteration 1 means first user will be executed up to this is completed, and second user is starting from here. And you can observe launch is started. Now you can observe username password. Which value is picked? So what we are expected, that value is picked or not? Jojo 1, bean 1. So means in real time what will happen? We are everyone we have the Facebook accounts and some different accounts, right? So everyone will be credential will be different, or everyone credential will be same? Different, right? So
Yeah.
same way we are also do for the parameterization. That is why we are doing for the parameterization and we are passing for the number of user data. and we are doing for the parameters. Now you can observe this is the Jojo one, and second time this is happen, and you can third time you can observe. See, it's ended second time. You can observe started third time, and you can come here, and you can observe here Jojo to being to speak. This is the third time. Fourth time we can observe. See, so third user is ended and fourth user started, and you can observe next time is Jojo 3 being 3 speak. So means this is the way it will be when you are executing the script in multiple user point of view in controller. So this is the way user will pick and it will execute your script with the 100 times 100 users will be execute. So got it everyone? So anyone any doubt for regarding parameterization?
Yes, Kiran, I have some
Yes,
question.
sir. Yes, Sadiq, tell me.
From starting point, how to differentiate between the selected value and value which we are entering? How to differentiate it?
Sorry,
How
I
to
didn't get.
identify? How to
Like how to
identify
identify the
uh,
values?
is getting entered or we are totally selected?
Yes, yes. So you can go to the application. For example, we'll go to the application and we'll go to the web tour application. I think here we have. I will tell you how to we can know for this is selected. This means how we can know means. Okay. See, now we'll go to the web tour application. Now you can observe I launched it. After that, what you are doing, you are entering for the Jojo and Bean. Now you know, right, which value we are entered or not.
Yes. And suppose in the team, script is recorded from the another team member,
Okay.
then by just looking the script, how we can identify any way for identifying?
Okay. So you are once you can did right. You are, for example, I got it your question. So you are login with some other credential. For example, Kiran 123. You are login. Okay. Assume username is Kiran 123, you log in and you are doing for the username password Kiran123 and Kiran123. So and you are passing the data here, like what is the valid data you need to pass. See, for example, you are passing bean1 and jojo1 means it is already it is a working data only I give it. So maybe we are giving for the jojo1 and bean1. So you can observe its login is possible. So means you need to give for the proper names only, means we need to prepare the test data. This point of view we need to prepare the test data. So how do we can prepare test data means you can click on this and click on sign up now is there, right? You can click on sign up now and you need to give for the username, password and first name, last name, state address. You can click on continue. Your username password will be created, and this what is the data you are creating, right? This data you can use from the parameter file. Got it, Saidi?
Yes, yes. And when we were selecting the parameter, there were two options, file type and data type.
Yes.
So how to identify whether it's file type or data type? Because in
Yeah,
password we
file
selected
nothing
file
but
type.
it's a text or numeric we can consider as a file type. Okay.
Okay.
So date and
Uh-huh.
time nothing but it is a date and time format, like it is a month or year or date will be there. Based on that we know, right? This is the date and time.
Okay, okay. Hmm. And here the dot file means the CSV file which we select in the JMeter, right?
Yeah, we can here also we can do that will be come for the after. This is the basic, and after that in the parameterization only we have 2-3 classes will finish. So in that we
Okay,
have to prepare CSV data also. Okay.
okay. And when we were declaring the variables, do we have to follow any naming conventions?
Yeah, definitely we should follow the naming conventions. Like, see, I did for the username. So
First,
I given for
yeah.
the here because of username place I given Kiran Param. Someone will be see that is good. No, right? So that is why
Yes.
naming convention also very important for the when you are doing the say like you are doing username is you can give for the same name, same you can give username param. Okay, he did for the username is the parameterization. He did the password is the param. So naming convention also very important.
Okay.
So anyone any doubt regarding this?
Why we have to do this parameterization?
Yeah, actually, you are not done for the parameterization. Then what will happen? Single user only will be there. This script you can push into the controller. You want to execute multiple users means it's a realistic environment that same user will be executed for the number of times, 100 times. As a real time, it is happen same.
No.
No, right? We have the
It
Facebook
will
accounts
create a
will be there.
dynamic values.
So every one user will be unique data. So that is why we need pass for the unique data. We want to execute with the multiple user point of view. We can do for the parameterization.
Okay.
And Kiran, I have one question as comparing to JMeter and LoadRunner. In JMeter, usually we select or validate all those recorded log file and find out the dynamic values. And with the help of regular expression extractor, we add the dynamic values. So,
Yes.
any process over here, or this is the process how we have to follow for regular expression? Sorry, for dynamic values capture. If
Yeah,
this
yes. So
process
that
is
is
ever.
the next topic. It will come. This is the we are doing parameterization. Okay. Next topic will be that is
Okay.
the dynamic value only. After this completed, next scripting enhancements will be dynamic value. So how to we can identify the dynamic value? How to we can do for the handle the dynamic value? That we can discuss in later classes. Okay.
Okay. And in first class, have we completed the how to install the load runner because I have missed that classes
Yeah, yeah. I think
recording
I'm not
session.
done that class. Maybe I think yesterday I told everyone please share your mail IDs. No one will be sent. Maybe we'll took from the tomorrow for the installation part. Otherwise, I have already a recorded video will be there. If you want means I will share
Yes,
in the
yes,
group. Otherwise, we'll continue classes in the class means we'll do for tomorrow.
sure. Thank you.
Can you share yesterday class in the group? Yesterday I missed it.
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday I will share. I will share. Okay. I think yesterday class also we discussed this only, right? Parameterization only. Same class.
Oh. How to pay and Google Pay number you did not give money.
Yeah, yeah. My number already I think 99121483 right? That is my number. So if anyone can pay it means you can pay directly for that number. I will share in the group. Okay. So GPay number, these things you can pay means you can pay there. Okay.
And Kiran, the shift, sorry, the class timing will be the same
Yeah,
or
9:15
different.
to 10. Is it fine for you?
Can we prepone it?
10?
I have office timing for
What
that
time you need?
purpose. 8 8 a.m.
8 a.m. I think everyone is not possible for 8 a.m.
Mhm.
because it's morning time,
Yeah,
right?
we,
Everyone have for their requirements, their children's take care of these all things, right? Not only for there, for me also some requirements. So that is why we are starting from the 9.